I think be confident in what you have been taught at university and bring your passions and your interests as well. Don't feel like you have to go in and become someone else in the workplace. You can bring your interest and your skills, and they're always really interested to see what you're learning at university and how that might change the workforce and your employment opportunities later. So it's really good to just stick to your core values and bring that along with you as you start the internship.
I would say challenge yourself. It's especially with this kind of experience, this kind of professional experience, you're a novice and you're expected to learn a lot through action and through experience. So I would say just challenge yourself.
My advice would be to go into the office with an open mind. Wherever you sort of get into, it's the idea of learning, which is the most important. It doesn't matter what type of work or if it doesn't sort of suit what you want, that is not the priority. The priority should be getting into a firm, because the reality of how you would learn things, how you talk to your peers, how you manage your work with the work of the office, how do you prioritize university versus office deadlines, all these come into factors. So the idea of getting into a placement, getting to the work atmosphere should be the priority, and then eventually you would always learn something out of it. Like there's a huge outcome and there's a huge learning curve to what you go in there for, and it's rewarding.
This is the part that I love the most, sharing my experience. I will say to my peers in the next years, if you want to have a look to internship opportunities, make sure that you have to do it carefully, and also keep your energy in terms of looking for placement, because at this time, I have to be honest, looking for internship placement will be quite tough, because not so many institutions open their opportunities to accept students for doing placement. And then one important thing is that you have to maximize any opportunities given by the uni to present your own work. I myself got my internship not because I applied for them, but instead I did a really good work in my poster assignment in urban and environmental planning subject. It was supervised by Sarah Musavi and her colleagues. There I made a good poster, and then my poster got exhibited during the MSDX. That's why when I went there during the MSDX industry night, I met with planning industry workers who attended the event, and thankfully one of the representatives from Track Consultants came to me and said, "Hey Fadlan, I really like your poster. Do you want to do an internship with us?" I was amazed with that opportunity. Oh wow, I didn't imagine things will happen like this. And then one lesson to be learned is that we need to maximize any opportunities given to us as a student in Melbourne, because the uni already has given a lot of things to us in terms of opportunities.
When going into the subject, you gotta be clear with what your goals are, have them in mind. Talk to supervisors and tell them what you're trying to achieve on the internship. So I was very lucky that part of my onboarding process was creating an achieve, develop, enjoy, and partner framework, which then allowed me to stick to my key goal that I wanted to achieve, and my supervisor encouraged me to do that. On top of that, it's you to determine how you want to go about it with the help of your colleagues and supervisors. Also very important to keep a daily record of what you do. So like a journal, try to reflect every week, which makes it easier to do the last assignments. And also just have an open mind to what the experience could be like. So like as I mentioned before, I was in an architectural role. And yeah, in the beginning it was a bit different adjusting to that. But then I just learned that there's a lot that you can offer. And this also helps you develop yourself. So I had a great opportunity to develop my client and stakeholder engagement skills. And I could have brushed that off aside when I started off and said I want something purely architectural. But that really helped me develop. So it's up to you to decide how you want to run your program. Look in your colleagues and supervisors to assist you in that.
I have 3 points of advice that I would like to give to the students who are planning to start out in the subject. I say my first point is definitely be proactive. This is by simply as asking questions and start doing this within your studios or classes at university, whether that's with students already working or even with your lecturers and tutors. Believe me, I promise that they are willing to actually guide you in the direction and are very supportive into helping you find a work experience. It always starts with small, meaningful networking connections. My second point is also to make sure that you stay organized and on top of things during your internship, not only when it comes to balancing tasks, but also making the most of the opportunities you have, whether it's attending project meetings and site visits especially. These are some experiences we wouldn't get as much in university. And so by having these experiences and getting exposure to these experiences, it will be setting you up for what the real world of architecture and sustainable design would look like. My final advice to the students would also be that take it easy. Architecture sustainable design is always an iterative, ongoing process. You won't always get things at first go and straight away, and that is completely okay. You always have to learn to work with colleagues and others in a team, and by getting their input and feedback, it can help you lead to an overall sound project.